Hello everybody, this is TF Geek 2199 here with another review. Today I will be going over the Transformers War for Cybertron Netflix original series new characters. Now you may be saying these aren't necessarily new characters, they're just repaints. And yes, that is the fact here. But sometimes all it takes is the paint detailing. But before we get into that, let's jump into a quick look at these boxes here, and starting with Scrapface. Scrapface here is a repaint of Refractor, and he's not bad. I really do enjoy that figure. We got some nice box art here on the side. As you can see, Netflix, original series, the Transformers Decepticon logo. Nice artwork there for him. On the side here, some beautiful artwork as well. On the back here, the basic stuff, basic info. We got a picture of him and in his alt mode as well. On the bottom, all the basic Transformers, Siege, and Earthrise basic necessities, as you can see. And to save time, I'm just going to show a couple different things here. Here's Mirage's box as a Decepticon. That is his box art. Very beautiful as always. Same thing, Netflix original. Here he is on the back of the box. Very beautiful. There's his alt mode. And he has 19 steps. Continuing on here, let's jump into Hound's box. Very beautiful again. Loving that artwork for Hound. Very intimidating. Again, on the back, he's only 14 steps. Autobot Hound. Both there for ya. Side swipes. Of course, why not? Beautiful art as well. Again, same artwork on the side. Nothing new. There's the back of the box, both modes, and last but certainly not least is Chromia's. That just is a fantastic artwork on there, the side there. Again, same thing on this side, nothing new. There she is in her robot mode and her alt mode. Very cool, very cool. So, let's jump into the figures here. I am going to start over here, since I started on the other side, why not? Alright, we have Chromia. Very nice looking figure. And, the sculpting is the exact same as the original one. The only thing that's changed on any of these figures, and I won't say it over and over, but is basically just the paint scheme here that we got. It's just it's a lot better. It really is a lot better. It really makes the detailing pop on her character and figure a lot more than it normally would. As far as articulation goes for Chromia, let's see if we can get that focus. Sorry about that. There we go. Ball joint at the head as always. You do have the ability for a full 360 rotation, but it is hindered by the backpack here, which isn't terrible. I mean, when do you really need to have them going in 360? Not terrible. Do have a bend at the elbow here, not bad. There is no wrist swivel here. There is no wrist swivel, which is not, I mean, it's nice to have, but we don't need it on every figure. She can kick that high. She has a bend at the knee here, a bend at her ankle, allowing it to go that far forward, and a ankle tilt, which is again very nice for Poseability Options. She can kick back about that far, again hindered by the backpack right here, really messing with her posability there. But Other than that, oh, and she also does have a slight waist swivel. I mean, it is very, very limited. You get, as you can see, that piece pops off, but that hip piece is what causes that hindrance there for the waist rotation, which again is not that big of a deal unless you're really trying to get into it here. And we'll pop that. And this piece is meant to come off, which is a nice feature, especially if it has that tendency. So if you need to, you can just clip it back in there. No problemo. No problemo. Of course, it's going to give me some problems because I'm on camera. But anyway, moving on to the next character here, we will move into... Man, she is just going to fall, isn't she? Of course she will. Sorry about that. Alright, moving on here to Sideswipe. Again, yes, he's a repaint, but the repaint makes him look 10 times better. The little scuff marks really add some pop to him. Everything else wise for the original Sideswipe is still there. The paint scheme is the only thing that's really changed on him, which again is not terrible. Makes him really pop as a figure in my opinion. Now let's get into his rotation and his posability. He has 360 at the arm here, which is a very nice feature. He does have a swivel up here. Again, the head sculpt on him, I believe, is about the same as the Siege one, just a hair bit different. So, not terrible though. Not terrible. Just better coloring. He can kick that high. He can bend back that far. And also has a knee joint. So, that is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. He does have an ankle tilt, which is great for posability. And that's about it for his posability. So we will keep on moving here. Next figure on the list here is Hound. Again, very similar to Siege Hound, just a hair bit different via the paint scheme, making him pop a bit more. Again, the head sculpt is the same as it was on Siege. He can kick that far. He can kick backwards that far with a knee bend. He can also have the 360 rotation on his arms here. Again, great posability there. He does have a bend at the elbow. And again, no wrist. This figure does have a wrist swivel. I'm sorry about said he didn't. He does. He does have a wrist swivel, which is nice. He also has a bicep rotation. Again, very nice for a Siege figure. Moving on again into Mirage. Decepticon Mirage, to be specific. The color scheme on him, I just can't get enough of. He is beautiful. That blue, gray, and purple really pop with his figure here, and I just can't get enough. And again, very clean back. So I give this one itself alone is very beautiful, like a very well built and very well painted figure. Moving on to Scrap Face here. Again, very nice figure. Repaint of Refractor, not that big of a deal though, doesn't really bother me. His head can move side and side. He does have a ball joint, but he also has this panel here, which is part of his transformation, allowing him to look down that far and up ridiculously high. But yeah, again, same head sculpt, still a beautiful head sculpt though. Comes with a shield in his gun, can kick back that far, kick up that way. Due for his transformation, due to his transformation, sorry about that. He does have ankle tilt as well. Full 360 here, and bend at the elbow. He does have a very nice wrist swivel as well. The button that just fell actually hinders that a bit. And but again, easy fix, pop it back on, and he is good to go. For the next thing here, we will jump into the alt modes. And here we have the vehicle modes. Starting off first with Chromia's again. Absolutely gorgeous paint details that we didn't really pay attention to in the robot mode. Very detailed. The guns, of course, do mount on here, giving her a turret of sorts. The extra pegs do go on here as an exhaust system. It is the exact same transformation as the original Chromia we had. The only difference, again, being the paint. Again, very beautiful. Wheels all move, and she comes together very nicely. Second up here is Sideswipe, and Sideswipe, of course, looks beautiful as always. That detailing, again, just really makes his car mode even pop. He cleans up nicely. Exact same transformation again, Siege. All of these are that way. His weapons do mount onto the car, not looking completely terrible. It would be nice to have another one of these missiles here to put on the other side, but only complaint for him is that. Moving on to Hound, and he is my absolute favorite from this line so far. He just, God, his detail looks amazing. I just can't get past it. The front here, again, the paint scheme with that extra gold flare really makes him pop. He comes together very nicely. A little bit more kibbly underneath, but that's to be expected. Same thing, being as it is the exact same. Now moving on to Decepticon Mirage here. Absolutely gorgeous paint scheme. Love that purple, gray, and blue scheme. Makes him pop a lot. The colors of the wheels are the same. Everything's the same. Paint-wise, the only thing that's been different. Transformation for this one actually is one of my favorites. It's very simple and very fun. One other thing I forgot to mention about Hounds is the weapons from his Siege one were painted a little better, and I didn't notice that until a little while ago, but he is very... These are more plain. These are just plain black, whereas the other ones had the silver accents. Very beautiful, though. And moving on to Scrap Face. Again, a refractor repaint, but dang, he looks good. The paint scheme on him is that metallic blue and gray, and it really makes his figure pop. He cleans up fairly nicely. The only real kibble is these hands here. Everything else is just phenomenally done, and I really love this color scheme on him. He just really makes him for me. And I think that is where we're going to end it today, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, drop a like, and if you didn't, well, I apologize. Tell me what I can do in the comments to make it better, and we will see you on the next one.